John Oehlers from Toledo. You live in Michigan, right?
Yes, sir. Right.
But I could say you're from Toledo?
Grew up in Toledo.
Okay.
Just went to the dark side later.
Well, congratulations on being a member of the class of 2020 of the Roy Hobbs Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
We're really pleased that you're here and we can have the opportunity to make this presentation in person. I'd like to ask you a few questions, and we'll start with, how long have you been coming to the Roy Hobbs World Series?
Started playing for Roy Hobbs in '94, and '95 was my first year down here.
Okay, and over that time, you've won 3 or 4 championships?
Yep.
Which one's the most memorable?
The first one, 1996, with Harry Young.
Okay, and who'd you beat?
We bet Tidewater Drillers in
Okay.
the finals that year.
Okay.
Yep.
Your history is of a person who's been involved. You're involved with the baseball, you're involved with your family, you're involved with local issues, and this year you got involved with some other local issues as we went through a lot of stuff back in the spring.
Right.
What's your motivation for getting out there and getting involved?
You know what, I like to hear and see with my own eyes. So the media has a perspective that I think is an opinion. So I like to hear what the leaders, members of the community, and what they actually have to say themselves. And quite often I'm surprised, more often than not pleasantly surprised, that the stereotypes that maybe we grew up with are a little bit different when you actually take the time to get to know people.
Okay. Baseball. You've been playing baseball all your life. How'd you get started?
Gosh, as a little guy, chasing after my dad, he played fed football, basketball, and baseball, and of course the summertime was outside with softball and baseball. So started as a bat boy and playing t-ball, and have been at it ever since.
What would you attribute your love and passion to the game? Where does that come from?
You know, it's a combination of being exposed to it with my dad and mom. My mom always went to the games. Seeing the success that he experienced and the camaraderie that he had with guys. After all of the softball and baseball games, we'd end up going over somebody's house, and they had drinking games, and it was fun. It was fun watching them play ball, and it extended to the after party, if you will. And here I am at 56, and it's the same way. We play our ball games, and typically there's a cooler with some refreshments in the parking lot, and the same stories get a little bit better every single year, and the laughs are just as loud. I love it. So it goes back to just following my dad around playing sports, and kids don't do it as much nowadays, but there wasn't a day that I wasn't outside either hitting a tennis ball or a baseball in the street or at the school, and I think that's where it started.
I understand that. I've been there. Obviously, your dad had a lot to do with your development and your becoming the love affair that you have with the game. But Harry Young also had that, and you've given back to that to try and keep Harry's legacy alive. Would you talk a little bit about Harry and how that's impacted, how he impacted you?
Yeah, so I had officially retired from baseball at probably 27 or 28, playing in the local Federation League. Started to play softball for Harry Young Painting. He was a painter before he was a custom home builder. And then some guys contacted him and said, Harry, there's this new thing called Roy Hobbs Baseball for guys 30 and over, and we'd like to have you coach our team. So he hit the phone and he called 4 of us. He called myself, Ken Steingraber, George McCormick, and Greg Fleck. And I'm leaving somebody out, Keith Belsick. He said, would you guys like to play baseball again? So the combination of an opportunity to play baseball and to start another chapter with Harry Young was music to my ears, and I'll tell you, that's been the best segment of my life. The success we experienced, countless days of helping Harry get the lawnmower off of the back of the truck to cut whatever local high school field we were playing on. Of course, all the other players were invited, but we typically saw them about 12 minutes before the game started. And that's no knock, it's just the way it is, right? So, but in the meantime, we had so many laughs over the years. So there was the camaraderie with winning and what you do afterwards. But Harry just, Harry was inducted in the initial Hall of Fame, right? And unfortunately, we lost him a couple months after he was inducted. So, but I'm so proud to be standing next to his picture. I wish he was standing here as a person with me. But there's just something, he has this factor, and Tom, you have it. People, they're just different. They're leaders. And I know the guys that I played for 25 years would run through a brick wall and run through fire for Harry. And there's other guys that you play for that you're glad that they put a team together, but they just don't have that. And I don't know how to better explain that, but just Harry has it. And it was just a pleasure. And my life has been so much better ever since I got that phone call from him. I was actually 29 in 11 months or something, right? And he said, well, as long as you turn 30 this year, you can play. So that really did change my life for the better.
Super. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Let me shake your hand here. And here is, let's make this thing fit.
All right. Perfect.
Welcome to the Roy Hobbs Hall of Fame.
It's an honor. Thank you.